when you think about the artists that ended up signing with DJs, you got Red Cafe, where he signed with DJ Envy, and then you infamously think about Papoose and K-Slay. Mm-hmm. Do you think that helped or hurt your chances at becoming a megastar?
What you mean?
Like, usually it's signing to the big label. Mm-hmm. You know, as you mentioned prior, like you think about the Rockefeller, the Mercury, right, of that nature, and then signing with a DJ.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you this, right? It did both. It came with its pros and cons. So DJ Envy, who was one of the biggest DJs on the radio, he recently admitted it. Like a lot of DJs wouldn't play my music because I was signed to K-Slay. And on the Breakfast Club, he said this shit on the radio one day. Yo, I love Pat music, but I couldn't play it because he was Slay artist. Wow. So that was one of the challenges that I had. And you got to realize, I'm fresh off the sidewalk. I'm fresh off the street. So I come into the game. I signed with Slay, and I'm like, it's on now. Like I told you earlier, it's supposed to open doors. It's going down. So every Thursday night, which was incredible that we was able to do what the fuck we did with one night on the radio. But I'm gonna get to that later. Boom, I signed with Slay. He playing my music every Thursday. It's an amazing time for me, bro. One of the best times of my life, man. Sure, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna hold you. Everywhere I go, niggas is like, yo, Pat, finally, nigga. It's on, nigga. We fucking these niggas up. You know what I'm saying? It's the realest niggas ever around me. You know what I'm saying? These are my friends and my enemies, some of them. You know what I mean? We became friends. Long story short, we rocking out. So, you know me, I'm new to the game. I go to Slay one day. I say, yo, Slay, why the rest of these dudes on the radio not playing my music? He like, man, you don't need them. I said, what you mean? He said, yo, man, you don't need them. We good. I said, yo, Slay, we need everybody to play the music, not just you. By the way, me and Slay used to go back and forth a lot. He said, yo, Pat, man, listen, man, I don't let nobody control my destiny, man. I don't give nobody that power over me, man. Fuck them niggas like you giving them too much power. I said, nah, man. I said, yo, I'm gonna tell you something. This is how we gonna do it. I'm gonna go approach these niggas. Because at this time, I'm the hottest nigga in the street. I'm like, yo, if I'm on fire the way I am, why the fuck they not playing the hottest shit? At this time, I don't know these niggas is thinking like, oh, he's Slay artist. I'm not gonna support him. You need the rest. You need daytime radio. You need the whole shit. So I said, yo, listen, man, I'm going to approach these niggas, and you cool with any of these niggas? Like, I'm trying to figure this shit out. Like, y'all work at the same radio station. Like, y'all don't fuck with each other. Y'all like, what's going on here? Like, this shit just don't make sense to me. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna approach these niggas, man. I say, yo, whoever I approach, if you cool with them, I'm gonna call you and put you on the phone. If you don't, I'm gonna introduce myself. So I start running down on these niggas, and they acting weird. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You might have inherited some.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, yo, I'm introducing they know who I am. I'm on fire. So, to answer your question, I got hate just because I was Slay artist. I'll tell you another story. And also in the process of that caused bad shit too. Yeah. Because remember, I'm from the street. All I know is stupid shit like beef, drama. So I'm like, yo, all these niggas hating on me. All right, it's up. Yeah. So I made a bad situation worse. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say never mix the street with the industry. But I'll tell you another story. Along my journey, I get a call. One of my homies, he like, yo, Jungle was my man. You know what I'm saying? Nas want to meet you. So I go holler at Slay. I say, yo, Slay, I got a call. You know what I'm saying? They said, Nas want to holler at me. Nigga Slay went off, man. You know what I mean? You rest in peace, man. You know what I'm saying? I would get Slay went off. Yeah. He like, nah, Pat, man. You know what I'm saying? I said, man, this is Nas, man. You bugging Slay. You know what I mean? He like, yo, Pat, I'm telling you, man. I said, nah, Slay. I'm taking the meeting, son. Damn. I hollered at him, yo, let's do it. We met at a pizza shop in Lower Manhattan. I go in there. I sit down with him. We chopping it up, you know what I'm saying? He like, yo, listen, man, you know, I see billboards for your shit in Manhattan. Like, I see your intro to the game like Snoop Dogg when he came out. Like, I see, I'm about to go to Def Jam with Jay-Z soon. I want to bring you with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, this shit is sounding like music to my ears. Now, my thing is this, right? some people might say it's a bad idea to sign a deal with certain individuals, but for me, I know what I'm gonna do in that situation. Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Slave felt like, yo, Pap, Nas never blew no artist up. Who he ever blew up, you know what I'm saying, besides himself. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Nas, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to my brother Slay. Slay say this shit to his face. That's how Slay was, you know what I mean?
For sure.
So I'm not saying nothing bad about nobody. I got love for everybody, you know what I mean? This is just Slay perspective, you know what I'm saying? But long story short, I took the meeting. I go back to Slay. Yo, Slay, this is, you know what I mean? He wanna do some business, you know what I mean? So now it's like, yo, I'm gonna send the offer over. He sent the offer over. So around this time, I'm in like a bidding war. You know what I'm saying? But he sent it through like early in the bidding war. So that shit, it was like $400,000 contract at the time. So Slay was like, I told you. I was right. That shit's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm loyal. You know what I'm saying? This is my brother. He put me in the game at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I ain't do it. I ain't take the deal. We kept grinding. You know what I'm saying? I ended up signing it for 1.5 million to Jive Records, which was a mistake. You know what I'm saying?
As a mistake.
But just to further what you were saying earlier, that was one of the, because they had like a little Bad Blood.
Yeah.
He had did a Slay song, and then he didn't do the video or some shit. So Slay was just like,
oh yeah.
They had a little fallout or whatever.
Yeah, Slay wasn't one to hold back words.
Slay rolled with him with the Ether shit with Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That price.
So Slay felt like, damn, my nigga, I stood with you, and then when it was time to do my video, you ain't show up. You know what I'm saying? So they had a little back and forth, man. You know what I'm saying? But Nas wasn't even on it like that. When it was in the meeting, he was like, yo, Pap, tell Slay play something, man. You know what I mean? So me, I kind of wanted to fix that shit. I go back, I'm like, yo, Slay, fuck with you, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I can make this work, man. Come on,
but
trust.
That was one of the situations, man. Like me, I would have took that deal back then. I feel like I know what I would have did with that. You know what I'm saying? At the time, you know what I mean?
In your opinion, what was your big moment in hip hop? Was it the Busta Rhymes record? What's like the moment for you, the highlight?
What you mean, like when you say big moment?
Like when we talk about the records for you. Oh, what was that one?
One of them, I would say, I don't know if you remember, but I had a record called Charades, where I was like, I'm the hip hop police. That was a big moment for me because that was the first record. That was one of the first records that everybody was supporting consistently. Shout out to Sunny. She used to be on daytime radio. She was the first one to ever play me on daytime radio. You know what I'm saying? That was a big moment. But I would be a damn liar if I sit here and say that Touch It remix wasn't the biggest moment.
That's so
Nigga,
crazy.
I'm on a song with fucking DMX, Missy Elliott, Mary J. Blige, Banks. We did that shit at the BET Awards. Eminem came out on stage with us. Like I came out. This shit was crazy.
That was a moment.
That was the biggest shit.
I'm gonna tell you something. It was crazy because when Busta put me on that record, I was probably doing shows every other fucking day.
Yeah.
I was tired as a motherfucker. Slay like, yo, bro, you gotta go to the studio. Slay, I'm tired, my nigga. He like, yo, bro, I'm telling you, you're gonna go do this record. I go to the studio. I'm tired as fuck. As soon as I get to the studio, I fall asleep. I wake up. That verse came out. I wrote that verse in my sleep. I did that verse, and I remember like the record was out for like probably like a couple weeks or so. And Busta was like, "Yo, I got a show in Long Island. I want you to come out." I'm like, "All right." I'll go out there. I'm backstage. It's my cue. I'll come walking out. When I walk out, I had never experienced this before. The whole fucking arena started screaming. If anybody got that video, you'll see me. I'm looking like, who the fuck they screaming for? You know what I'm saying? They were screaming for me.
You, man.
Yeah, and after that, I couldn't like go to the mall by myself without getting rushed by kids and everybody. So I gotta say that was like a breakthrough moment.
Fire. You know what? Another one of them was. They say you never know what you have until you lose it.
Oh, the joke.
You promise your girl something, you better do it. You can't tell a woman you love her. Are you stupid? Words don't express your love. You gotta prove it. That was one of them ones too.
That's fire that you know that verse.
I told you when we hit you up, I'm actually a Papoose fan.
Your guy told me. Your guy told me, the one that was texting me and shit. That was a moment. You're right. That was a big. That record was crazy to me because when I did that feature with Joe, shout out to Kedar, put me on that record, and he paid me. Like I said, I was always doing shows and shit all over the place, and I was in Connecticut one time. I'll never forget it. And they was like, yo, yeah, Pat, we real happy for you. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, back then when the artist came up, right, all you needed was that one R&B feature, and then you crossed over officially. You made it forever.
Yeah. Other
you know
people, the
so I was in Connecticut, Hot 93.7, and they was like, yo, Pat, we so happy for you out here, man. I'm like, yo, what you talking about? He said, yo, bro, this record is #1. I said, what do you mean? He was like, what do you mean what I mean? He's like, yo, this is the #1 record on our station. I said, get the fuck out of here. You know Connecticut is right down the block.
Yeah.
He like, this record, they not, he like, wait a minute, don't tell me they not playing this record in New York. I said, nah, they don't play it. So I go back to New York. I'm like, yo, what's up? I go, at the time, Mr. C is the PD. I'm like, yo, why y'all not rotating this record? They telling me in Connecticut, this shit is #1.
No way.
Anywhere I go and I do that record on stage, it's like a whole fucking wave goes through the crowd. The whole fucking crowd moves. I'm up there 30 fucking minutes performing. I know what records they reacting to. When that shit was coming on back then, crazy. Overseas, Papoose in Norway. Don't take my word for it. Look, pull that shit up on YouTube. You'll see. That shit is causing tidal wave. Long story short, I finds out that Mr. C had a beef with Kedar, who was Joe's manager. So they didn't play the record. Me being from New York, you know what I'm saying, my hometown, that shit fucked me over too back then. You know what I'm saying? But it was like some kind of beef they had, and they didn't play the record because of that shit.
Yeah, because that record was
huge.
Crazy.
That record was huge.
That was like one of them ones that you could follow along and like it'll help you as a young man develop. You know what I'm saying? You promise your girl something, you better do it. You know what I mean? Like, damn, but I got to do this shit. You know what I'm saying?
You can't tell a woman you love her. Are you stupid?
Words don't express your love. You got to prove it. That shit was it's that entire man. That's one of the ones I used to play for bitches. You know what I mean? That's one of them ones that'll be on the that might have been on the voicemail. You know what I mean? Play the music.
They love that joint.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You reach danger.
That's what we had back then. We had fucking voice songs on our voicemail and shit.
Just play the music in the background and shit.
No, that's a fact.
But you know, a different era. Now, I heard you speaking about K. Slay, the loss of K. Slay, and one thing that I think that separates you as a man from the rest of the world is that mental fortitude. What about your upbringing has allowed you to become such a strong individual mentally?
I gotta say, coming from a family that taught me that family was everything, because within that you learn sacrifice. Meaning if one of your family members is going through something, you going through something. So it's like everything is not about $1. Like, oh, I'm going over here because, such and such might be this and that, but he getting money, so that's okay. Nah, it's not okay. Like, morals, values, and principles is what I was raised on. You know what I'm saying? And loyalty. So within all of that, and also strength is in unity. You know what I'm saying? Without unity, you don't have no strength. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of my strength comes from that, man. I come from a strong, united family. I was taught that family is everything, man. You know what I'm saying? At a very young age. I remember my Uncle Mike, when I was young, he was a hustler. And one day he gave me it shit seemed like a lot of money one day. It was my birthday. You know what I'm saying? It was $54.
Hey, listen, that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
but that shit looked crazy because he was hustling in the street.
Yeah.
But he gave me $54, man. And when he gave me the $54, he was like, yo, family is everything. And that shit stayed with me. That always stayed with me, man. And I don't know, man. I think my upbringing, bro, I had real loyal, strong-minded individuals around me. And it kind of rubbed off on me. My mother, shout out to my mother, man. Very the nicest person you could ever meet, man. It's my mother in the world.
Bless, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you fuck up, you're gonna get the flip side of that coin. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Get that ass whooping.
I got, you know what I'm saying? My mom's raised me, my pops always gave me tough love. Always, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like a strong upbringing, man. I remember being a kid. You know what I'm saying? I seen a picture of my parents on the wall, right? And it was their wedding picture. My pops had the Jerry curl. You know what I'm saying? My mom's had the white dress on. And I remember being a kid saying like, yo, one day I want to get married.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that should tell all parents out there, you know, what you surround your kids with is what they foresee for themselves.
For sure.
So just to answer your question, I really think my upbringing, you know what I mean? I just come from that. I come from that, bro. I was taught morals, values, principles.